The budget leg extension leg curl combo category is one of the most popular today. We've reviewed many of them, from Brit Fit, Lions Cool, which has been my top contender, until this bad boy, the Mikolo times GMWD Tawret. How do you pronounce that, Sam?
Tawret.
The Tawret. This may be the best budget leg extension currently available.
I was thinking that until this happened.
Hey guys, this is Coop from the Co-op. Today we're reviewing the Mikolo times GMWD. Sam, what other companies would collaborate that would be similar to Mikolo partnering with GMWD?
Geo and Suzuki.
Geo and Suzuki, I think that's a great combination. I was thinking Dollar General and Dollar Tree.
I think it'd be more like Dollar General and Five Below.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah.
This is something I was really surprised to see. This is called their Master Series because it's, why do you think they call it Master Series?
I don't know.
Because they're masters of their domain. I also don't know what the word Tawret, which is trademarked. What is it? Can you look up a Tawret?
Let's find out.
Tawret is actually the name of an ancient Egyptian goddess.
How many Greek gods and goddesses are in gym equipment today?
I have another theory on this collab.
Let me hear it, yeah.
I think a factory came up with this, and GMWD and Mikolo were outbidding each other to the point where they couldn't actually sell it. And so they were like, okay guys, so let's just split the difference. We'll slap both of our names on it, sell it on both of our sites, and then we both win.
You know what, Sam? I think that's a great theory. Regardless, you benefit because this thing, for 380 bucks, this thing slaps. Let me do the review. I've reviewed many leg extension leg curls, especially in the budget category. They keep getting better. It's actually one reason I started the Budget Gym Co-op. One thing I noticed on GGR is as you critique things, that company often fixes those things, or what happens even more so is the next company that comes out with the thing watches the critiques and then updates the product. There are some things on this that I don't really think would have happened if we didn't have critiques on some of the other pieces. And I'm not kidding. So an example of that, they laser cut the numbers on the side of the back post without, throwing in like a higher price than what you get for Lions Cool so that you can see what it is. Another example, on the sundial, what do you see? The laser cut numbers, every fuse, so you know what number you're on. There's little features like that, aluminum pulleys, you name it, where it's like, oh, they've actually updated some of the things that make it better than previous versions. I actually think they've done a lot better job than a lot in this price category with the actual construction of the piece, the metal they've chosen, all those sorts of things. The vinyl and padding is the worst part of this machine outside of one other thing, which I'll talk about. But the size of it and the capability to go from a leg extension down to a prone leg curl very simply without a bunch of extra mechanisms that could potentially break is really nice. The real trick to this whole machine is the fact that they're using a cable on a plate-loaded system with a lever in order to create the resistance. The traditional lever system that we saw on a leg extension leg curl was like the one you saw in the original Titan version, and it had a sundial, and then it has a lever that comes off of it, and you put the plates on that, and basically wherever that lever is for gravity, that's where you're getting the resistance, which changes the resistance curve a lot for better or for worse. They've changed that where they have a cable drive on a cam that wraps around a aluminum pulley and then wraps to the bottom of this lever, so the resistance curve is extremely consistent. But just to show you, I put this all the way back, which I have good stretch on. I'm telling you, all throughout the entire range of motion is very consistent. Let me throw on the fish scale and I'll show you how consistent it is. Okay, right now we have 45 pounds on there. One thing that can be a little bit annoying with leg extension leg curls, especially in the budget category, is they are plate eaters, meaning you gotta have a ton of weight on there to really get work. This is a true one-to-one, and it's a one-to-one through the entire range of motion, meaning at the top of the movement, it's going to feel like 45 pounds, and it's gonna feel like 45 pounds at the bottom. 46. So maybe slightly lighter at the top. I mean, honestly, it's close enough where it's like, it may just be moving around of the fish tape. But as you can see, especially against many that we've compared, it's really consistent through the full range of motion, which if you want it to be heavier in a certain range of motion, that may be superior. And maybe over time they could come out with a different cam that could adjust for that. The other thing is it's very stable. So one reason that they're able to get that stability, they're using a large diameter post for the ankle roller. A lot of the cheaper budget-ended leg extension leg curls use a small rod on here. And so what happens is you get deflection both early and in the long term. You've got this long lever here. All this resistance is going on this side with this leg. And so what it ends up doing is deflecting over time, and you can feel it while you use it heavy. Let me put some heavier weight on here and I'll just show you what it looks like with more weight. All right, so this is 180. I'll throw on more on here so we can see it, but just to start, let's do 180. One thing you'll notice, it does have a pretty long loading pin, which is very nice. The other thing is it's not like some of the other machines we've used where they start to topple over. The version 3 of the Lion School did that. That's not an issue with this. So 180 pounds, one of the places to most look at is gonna be this side of the roller. But feels extremely stable, even at high weight. All right, let's add 90 more pounds. All right, 270. There it is, 270 pounds, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We might as well throw on another one. We'll try 360. That is a bunch of random weight on there, but I do think this is helpful to see, especially on these more budget-ended ones. They say it can take 400 pounds. This is less than that, but nearing that max. I don't know. That's the second time I've almost died today. Okay, let's see. All right, I don't think we're broken, folks. So this ball end goes into this clip right here, and what happened is it just slid through there. What's that movie where like people die in all these weird ways?
Final Destination?
Final Destination, yeah. Final Destination, Jimmy Quinn.
Ran around Halloween.
Wait, who assembles all this equipment? Wait a second. You say I'm trying to kill me? Well, let's try again. I'm pretty sure this is the part that's that's what's expanding and then releasing. That's definitely what was doing it. But there you go, that's 360 pounds. If you're doing more than 300 pounds, probably would say avoid this machine. Probably most budget machines, it's not like the other ones are designed to hold that either. But I did find the breaking point, and that was here. And I crimped it tighter, and that may have fixed it. Okay, let's continue with the review. So for adjustment mechanisms, you have this full sundial here, which does have the numbers all throughout. There's a nice aluminum anodized pop pin right here. They have this like little guard here. I don't know if that's to potentially prevent the cable from falling off, but they do have a cable stay that's on top. So it should prevent the cable from going on the outside of the pulley and basically shredding the pulley, which a lot of the budget equipment we see doesn't have that. They've got another mechanism down here that also adjusts on a spring-loaded, same exact anodized pop pin. Looks really good and kind of looks cool with the red on the frame. Overall, it does feel more premium, honestly, than what you'd expect for the price. Let me show you the leg curl now. The way you adjust the leg curl is the same anodized aluminum pin on the side. The only pin that isn't like that is this one on the back, which is just a cheap plastic pin. It does allow the back pad to go back. It is angled somewhat. It would be nice if this was on a hinge so it could angle back even more, but it does go back pretty far. The seat pad, the vinyl on here, which I already mentioned, is not good. The vinyl sucks. The foam is also really thin. It doesn't hurt behind the knees, but if there was something I wanted to upgrade on this, it would definitely be both of these. The roller, it's a pretty good foam. It's pretty dense. Over time, you will find it indents, but if it's in a home gym, it's not like it's getting as much use as you'd see in a commercial gym, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. To show you how it goes back, pull this pin, and then it goes goes all the way back, lock it in, and you're ready to go. It is a prone leg curl. Personally, I prefer a seated leg curl, but right now this is kind of the design without spending a ton of extra money. This allows you to do, again, a very consistent prone leg curl through a full range of motion. I have full stretch at the bottom. I can come all the way up and it feels just one-to-one through the entire range of motion. I'm not having to cut short. I'm not having to like start too late. The whole thing just feels really good. One thing you'll notice, and outside of the vinyl, this is the most annoying part of this machine, and I do want to see if I can come up with a fix for it, is this right here. That jiggle is so freaking annoying. It's very frustrating. It does it on both the leg extension and the leg curl. I feel like there's a way they could fix that. To me, and I tried a little fix with like some duct tape, didn't really work. But this pop pin, it's seated in the hole, but because there's some movement, it's causing the rest of these joints to move, which is just not great. That part on this machine, if there's one part I'd want fixed, it would definitely be that, if they just made it so it didn't move. I will say though, even very expensive leg extension leg curl combo machines, say the Prime Fitness leg extension leg curl combo machine, one of the best in the world, the one I have in my garage gym, it still has movement issues in the leg curl portion, which is very annoying. But they do have handles on the front so you can dive in there. And when you're ready to go back, you just put it back up. So overall, what do I think of the machine? Outside of what just happened there with the cable, which I think could be overcome, and I wouldn't recommend doing that much weight anyways on any of these machines. In my opinion, of the ones that are currently available, this is the best. This is the best leg extension. If you're like, Coop, I have sub 500 bucks, what leg extension leg curl should I get? The one I would get is definitely this one. It's better than the Lions Cool V4, it's better than the Rit Fit. This thing is really well done. The things I would like to see changed, I've already mentioned. Definitely the back pad and the vinyl, the foam, it's not very good. Fix this jiggle, and that cable issue just shouldn't happen, which hopefully now it doesn't happen now that I crimped it. Let me know what you think of this piece, and if you'd like to see any more in-depth comparisons with this or any others on the market. This has been Coop from the Co-op. I'll see you next time.